Today I am going to demonstrate how to make a simple no-sew t-shirt mask using supplies you probably already have at home. So the first thing you'll need is a t-shirt, clean, preferably one you're not going to wear again, turned inside out. Along with that, you'll want a ruler, a pair of scissors, some sort of writing instrument, a pen, a marker, a pencil. Chalk works well too. Sewing straight pins if you have them. A pipe cleaner possibly. A coffee cup. And then an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper that you'll be able to see off of your t-shirt. We'll be using the majority of these supplies for the next mask. The first mask we're going to make today, we're going to use the t-shirt sleeve 4. And for this, we're going to take our scissors and cut along the outside of the t-shirt sleeve. Technically, one t-shirt sleeve equals one mask. So out of one t-shirt, you could get 2 masks. Now take your t-shirt sleeve and open it up. We're going to trim just a smidgen of the shirt off. So you don't want any rough seam edge, and you want to get maybe a little bit of this cut straight across. Set that off to one side, and then just take a little trim up here. Voila, one t-shirt sleeve. Now, the finished edge of the t-shirt is the part that's going to go across the bridge of your nose. The rough edge is the part that's going to go down around your chin. So you can turn that right side out now. Set that off to one side. Grab the t-shirt that you just cut the sleeve off of, because now we're going to make our tie. So, flatten out your t-shirt some here. You're going to cut off this finished edge of the t-shirt. We won't be using that today. Next, we're going to cut our t-shirt tie. Here's where you'll want your ruler. Take your ruler and measure about 1 inch, even 1.5 inches if you prefer, from the edge of the t-shirt. If you want to, make a little mark so that you know that's where you're going. And go ahead and cut straight across the t-shirt. T-shirt fabric is extremely forgiving, so if it's not a perfect cut, don't worry about it. Now that you have your strip of fabric, set your t-shirt off to one side. I'm going to be coming back to that. Grab your t-shirt strip. This seam on both sides of the t-shirt we're not going to use, so go ahead and snip that out. With the rest of the t-shirt scraps. Do it again for the other side. Take one end of your t-shirt, give it a tug, stretch it out. We are making t-shirt yarn. Do that again to the other strip. Now, if you have a t-shirt that does not have seams on the sides, you only need to cut in half one time. Now go ahead and tie the 2 ends together in a snug pretty snug knot. This is the end that's going to go over the back of your head. You now have your t-shirt string tie. Bring your sleeve back over. Remember, this is the edge right here, this finished edge that's going to go across the bridge of your nose. So we're going to take our t-shirt tie and insert it into the top of our sleeve. Spread our strings out a bit. Because these are going to go around the back of our head. And this is how we are going to put our t-shirt mask on our face. So it's going to go a little something like this. Holding the mask at the top and the tie in one hand. Place the finished edge across the bridge of your nose. Remove my glasses. Put this across the top of your head. And now you can see the strings are hanging out the bottom here. There it is. Grab a string and give it a tug. And do it again. You can feel the tie getting snug across the back of your head. You can pull it tight. And tie it in a bow or a half bow. Right behind your head. Super comfortable, super easy, and easy to adjust. And that is the first of our 2 t-shirt masks we're going to make today. The t-shirt sleeve. So I'll take this off, which is super easy. You just untie the one bow and lift it up over your head. T-shirt sleeve mask number 1. Set him off to one side while we get ready to make t-shirt mask number 2. So you'll take that t-shirt that you just cut the sleeve off of, keep it handy there. Got your scissors, got your ruler. Take an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Fold it lengthwise. Take your coffee cup. Set it up at the top of one end of your piece of paper. I'm using my purple fabric marker, and I'm going to trace around one side of the coffee cup to the top of the paper. From the other side of the coffee cup to the top of the paper. I'm going to set him aside. I'm going to fold my paper in half again. And I'm going to trim around the edges that I just cut. We are at the beginning of the pattern for our next t-shirt mask. So this is what you are left with. Take your ruler, and you want to mark about an inch in from the edge of the paper. What am I doing? There we go. On both sides. This is going to be where you create your loops for your ears. So give yourself a nice long oval. Make it pretty wide. want it to be comfortable when it goes over your ears. Fold your paper lengthwise in half one more time. Cut out the loops you just traced. This is so easy and simple that you could even do it with your kids. A little supervision might be required, but. So, this is your template. Now take your t-shirt that you just cut the sleeve off of, open it back up in front of you, lay them out as straight as possible. Try to get out some of those wrinkles, it can be hard. Take your newly created pattern, open it up, and lay it right on the t-shirt in front of you. Now if you have those straight pins, now's a good time to get them out, because you can use them to pin the mask pattern to the shirt. And it just makes it a little bit easier to trace. Now what's great about some of these t-shirts is they're big enough you can make more than one mask, or even two, which is what we're doing today, creating two out of this one shirt. All pinned down. Take your marker again. Trace around your mask. And if your t-shirt's a little wrinkly or it moves with your pen, do not worry about it. We are going for protection here, not perfection. And that's what it's all about. Protection. Now I currently have this t-shirt turned inside out. That way when I turn it right side out, after I have cut and created the mask, you don't even see the pen marks. That way it doesn't matter if you use permanent marker or not. Don't forget to trace around your ear loops. All done. Unpin your pattern. If you used pins, remove the paper pattern, set it off to one side. You can save that if you want to use it again. And then something that makes this just a bit easier is trim the mask that you're cutting off. So, that way you don't have the extra t-shirt material to try to manipulate while you're trimming the rest, cutting out the rest of your mask. Set it off to one side, because remember, you have one more sleeve and more t-shirt if you want to make more mask. And go ahead and begin cutting out your mask pattern. May have noticed I cut off much of the extra t-shirt fabric before I go back and trim around the rest of it. makes it easier for me. Whatever makes it easier for you, do that. Now, you have both your masks all cut out. The easiest way I've discovered to cut the loops for your ears, and that's for both masks here, go ahead and fold them in half once, fold them in half again. This is where it helps to have a good sharp pair of scissors. Now if you don't, you can always separate the two and then trace loopholes on the second mask. But typically, the scissors will work their way through all the layers. Now, the big reveal. Open it up. There's separate the t-shirts, and you have 2 masks. And now, the one on top with the pen marks on it, you're going to fold inside of itself. And when you put it on, you won't even be able to see the pen marks. So, here's where the pipe cleaner comes in handy. If you have a pipe cleaner handy, go ahead and take it, bend it in half, and you can cut it in half. Take your pipe cleaner, put it right in where you would fold the mask over. This is the part of the mask that's going to go up across the bridge of your nose. Fold that over. Scoot the pipe cleaner back down a bit. Now then, when you pick this up, hang on to the pipe cleaner so it doesn't fall out the bottom, but you can see it's bendy. And this is how you put this mask on. So take the pipe cleaner, if you're using one, put it across the top of the bridge of your nose. You can bend it in. You can feel it and even see it holding its shape. Take one loop, go right over your ears. Take the second loop and go right over your ear. T-shirt mask number 2. Easy to do, and you probably already have the supplies at home. And if you wanted more layers than just this, you could always add the second piece to it. Thanks for watching today. Hope you have some t-shirts at home that you can make good use of. If you are looking for more information about sewing or learning how to sew, please feel free to check out the library's collection of sewing books.